One of the great defensive tackles in the NFL, and an Oklahoma Sooner himself joins us. How painful was that Oklahoma-Georgia game for you, Gerald?
About as painful as that snowstorm you're here right now.
What's the worst weather you ever played in?
I think it would have been the Big 12 championship in '08 against Missouri. It's pretty cold.
What was it like?
It was
Did you have snow?
Low 20s. Yeah, it was snowing. Low 20s, low the mid-teens. It was definitely snowing. It wasn't like freakish snowing, but it was snowing for sure.
Do you go out there sleeveless just to set the tone, let people know you're all business?
I'm not that guy. Sorry. I've never been that guy, and I won't be that guy. It's not me.
Now, I know that you got a bias here with Oklahoma, but as you look at Baker Mayfield, who could, he could be the opponent next year. More than likely, he'll be an opponent. So how would you look at that personality? How would that affect you as you're playing against him?
Well, as an opponent, you love to compete against a guy like Baker Mayfield. In college, if you look at him in college, who he is and how he's been, puts you in the mind frame of completely different sized human, but Cam Newton. With how much swag he got, how he carries himself. He respects the game, but he just loves to have a good time, and he's a fierce competitor. And that's just who Baker is, man. And he just puts you in that same mind frame. And I compete against Cam twice a year, so I would have a little, familiarity with dealing with a guy like Baker. But he's a great player, man.
But is there ever a point when you say to Cam, shut up?
No, because this game needs a guy like Cam Newton. This game needs the Odell Beckhams, the Richard Shermans, the Michael Bennett's, I guess you could say the Showmans.
Yeah.
This game needs that. And these kids, man, they need to see that, these guys, these heroes, these kids look at each week have worked their entire life to get to this point. And they don't realize the effort and how much strain it takes to get to a game day, and not only get to a game day, but play on a game day, but not only play, but make plays on a game day.
Oh,
and
I love
where all that that's where all the excitement and just energy come from. So the game needs guys like that, and I think it's good for these kids to see that it's okay to have fun, man. You worked your entire life to get to this level.
I love the personality. I just don't know as a competitor where you just, when Cam does the Superman stuff and you just want to say something to him.
Yeah, I love to compete against guys like Cam, guys with that type of swagger and energy, because when you take them down or when you win against them, it feels that much better. But I'm just a fan of the game, so it's exciting to see. My son is a huge fan of Cam Newton, and I always tell him I am too, except for when we're playing against him.
All right. The teams that the Buccaneers faced, the Vikings, Patriots, Falcons, Panthers, and Saints. Give me the scouting report as a defensive player. As I look at Case Keenum, what is it that you want to force Case Keenum to do?
Hold the ball. Case is great at getting the ball out of his hand. Even when he gets off the spot, he still can get the ball out of his hand, man. You got to get Case to hold the ball and then make him think a little bit. He's a very intelligent quarterback, and he doesn't hold the ball a lot. He gets the ball out very quickly, so it's hard to get to him. But if you can get him to hold the ball, then you got a shot. But he's got a quick trigger, and that ball is coming out for sure.
The scouting report of what you want Brady to do is what?
Make Brady move, man. When he can get comfortable in that pocket and sit still and just make those throws, that's what makes him, the greatest of all time. When he can get comfortable. When he gets in his rhythm, he's unstoppable. He just is. I don't think he ever gets flustered or loses confidence. That's what makes him who he is. But when he can get really comfortable and just sit back there and dissect your defense, then you're in trouble.
Does he talk to you?
No.
Do you talk to him?
I got to Brady early in the game. It wasn't a sack, but I hit him, and I got up to run off, and he kind of looked back like, "Who just hit me?" And he looked at me, was like, "Keep bringing it," and just like with a straight face. And I'm like, "Golly," he just with a straight face, unbothered. He was like, "Keep bringing it," and that was it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, sure.
Give me this scouting report. What do you want Matt Ryan to do?
Oh man, you got to hit Matt Ryan early, man. If you can hit Matty Ice early, man, then he starts to look at the rush, and when he starts looking at the rush, that's when he makes those inherent throws, man. But Matty Ice, man, I love Matt Ryan, man. One thing he does is he's a guy who gets on the roll as well. If he gets on the roll, he's hard to stop, man. That's why he's not the former MVP for no reason, man. It was times where he got that play action going, and then he got on the roll. And when he gets in his rhythm, he is nearly impossible to slow down.
Cam Newton, do you want him to run or do you want him to throw?
You want Cam to throw. Cam is best when he can move around. You want Cam to sit in the pocket and throw.
Is he bigger than you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Cam is he's incredible though, man. I'm a huge fan of Cam, but
he's a big dude.
When he can get moving with his feet, with the run game and moving in the pocket, you get him to slide his feet, and he slides his feet very well. He can step up in those open spaces and make those throws, man. And he's probably, I don't know too many people in the league who got a stronger arm than him. And when he lets that thing fly, man, he can really spin it. So you got to do your best to try and make him stand in there and just throw you out the game. He's
Gerald McCoy, the Buccaneers defensive tackle. Drew Brees. What do you try to get Drew Brees to do?
You got to get push up the middle. Drew is not very tall, and I tease him about this all the time. And you see a lot of times he's like on his tippy toes, like trying to see over the lineman. So when you get push up the middle, and that's why when I play against the Saints a lot, I do more power moves and bull rushing because, I can get on the edge of the guards in this league. But with Drew, you can get on the edge. He's just going to step up and make those throws. That's what he wants you to do. So you got to get more pressure up the middle with a pocket push and get in his face. And then it's hard for him to see those receivers. But he's excellent with screens and getting the ball out. And he's real crafty. Once you think you got him in your hands, he can flip the ball. He's great with switching hands with the ball. You try and get a sack fumble, he switches hands and then flips it out. And yeah, Drew is just he's a future Hall of Famer for a reason.
Can you help us understand when Jameis was eating the W with his three fingers? Like, what can you help us with this, Gerald? I cannot
help you understand that.
Okay, all right.
My quarterback is very passionate. And he does whatever he feels necessary to get us ready for the game. And that's just who he is. That's who he's going to be. And, we support him. So I can't help you understand that one, though.
Wait, you didn't even ask? Like, you just let him go?
Yeah, I stayed away from that.
I don't know what it was, but I was entertained by it. But I've never seen somebody give an inspirational talk where they're eating a W. So
yeah, I mean neither, but hey, he was trying to get us ready to win. So I mean, anything that Jameis does is to help his teammates, is to motivate his teammates. So when he does things like that, we just look at it like, well, he's just trying to get us ready. So let's go win this game.
Are you going to be healthy for next season?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, you better be. I had high expectations for the Bucs, man. I bought in. I watched Hard Knocks. I bought in. You let me down. You and the Bucs let me down, Gerald. I hope you're happy.
Yeah, we let ourselves down. Yeah. We know that we could have gotten much more from this season, and a lot of it, man. We were 3-7 in close game and one-score games, and the teams who are in the playoffs right now, those one-score games, they found a way to come out on top. Such as Carolina, who we had the game won, yep. And then we gave them their last drive, and there it is, game over. That's just how our season went, and but we love that Coach Cutter will be back. We love his vision, and me personally, I love my coach, and I'm excited for the future. We will find a way to finish those one-score games. But that's really what it was, man. We was in tight games and didn't finish them. And we got to find a way to make it go our way.
Hey, it's always fun to talk to you. Good luck in the offseason. We appreciate you breaking down these playoff quarterbacks, and hopefully you'll be in the playoffs next year, Gerald.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. That's Gerald McCoy, Buccaneers defensive tackle.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.